Yo, what is everybody? I'm here with a new video. This is basically gonna be a bit different from normal content. This video does not technically mean I'm not gonna post a guard what if like everyone fucking wanted me to. There was supposed to be a different what if I was supposed to be posted today, which was the Darkon and the basically just Smash based what if. I will post that, but it won't be today, so that's a thing. But nonetheless, this is a what if collab with another YouTuber. He is slightly smaller than me, but not by that damn much. His name is Random Idea What Ifer. After I basically get on with this video, you can go check him out. He'll most likely bound to be in the comments because yeah, I'm doing part 2 and he's doing part 3. If this video isn't as long as you would expect it to be, that's because I kind of am like not really used to like this, and it's more or less like when we were basically talking about this in the chat and basically talking to each other about the way he went his way up to go. I kind of I wasn't paying attention fully, but we like went through like multiple ideas of which ones we wanted to go through. But I'll like try to like basically hop into this and like try to just do it. You feel me? So if this is like 20 minutes to like 30, that'll be like the max for me, cause like so 30 minutes isn't like the max video size for me as people may think it is. It's just I'm kind of just used to that, you feel me? But yeah, basically let's jump into this. After pretty much killing the Nomu and dealing with, we're not dealing with after borderline. Wait, give me a second. After basically shooting a Nomu and basically destroying it, Kernagiri basically teleported Deku, basically not Deku. What the fuck am I talking about? Shigaraki and him out of there because Deku basically just went on a fucking rampage, my nigga. So pretty much, Class 1A is basically we'll get over to them where there's like, who are you? Momo has some sense of who he is, but it's more or less like a oh nigga I met you type of thing more than anything else. So basically, Deku basically says you'll see me soon in the news. So basically, when that happens, Deku pretty much, and basically after pretty much killing his family and going on that fucking massacre, my nigga, he leaves some money over for like the kids so they can fucking survive. But he basically tells the kids, if you fucking cross me, I'll fucking kill you. You feel me? So basically, Deku overall ended up leaving after that, and like the kids are kind of fucking scared. Shit, I'd be too if like this metal nigga basically just like that. And he does end up taking the powers of like after like multiple training sessions. He did end up liking this one, which is technically let me read real quick, nigga. Shots are making sharp objects. He basically can shoot sharp objects out of his guns and AK and summon. He can also summon a sword that does element based damage, and he also has super senses. Basically, the plus from the normal suit with the second suit's abilities. You feel me? So it's kind of pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna clap. So basically, when Deku pretty much leaves, he basically goes off to find Uraraka because did he after the whole altercation with her parents, whatever. So basically, he goes to say So basically, he goes to go find Uraraka and like to go basically say sorry to her since like they're just shitting now. But he basically explains the overall situation of it, like oh he's an assassin family and like he's kind of forced to, and our whole entire code is that no matter how bad the mission is or no matter how the mission goes, you always have to fucking just take a nigga out. You feel me? And like she kind of understands and like the whole entire thing with like her family and stuff like that like they got into like some shit that they shouldn't have got themselves into. So she's like kind of understands, but like, not that she hates them, but like she kind of like is irritated by like you shouldn't have fucking done that. Like you just risk your fucking life and shit like that. So basically, like, when she like looks at Deku, I mean, he isn't like a cyborg itself, but like yeah, he basically lists down his. She basically says, "Can I see your face?" So he basically lists down like he basically like presses a button, like it basically turns on his suit or whatever. So when she sees his face, she's like, "Damn, they kind of cute." No homo, of course. So basically, Alright, bro, I'm too early in my channel lifetime to do some shit like that. Maybe later in the future. So basically, she basically says, "I understand that you have to do what you have to do, but it's like what it is, homie." So, basically, after that, he basically ends up leaving, and basically, he still does take missions, but like it's more or less of killing everybody. He basically kills people that fucking deserves it, because he realizes that like he can go back. He can go back. He can't go back to like an ideal normal life without it being like awkward and weird. Cause like how many people fucking kill people he's killed, especially for the fucking hero he's killed. Like I'll say he does still take jobs, but it's more or less like a necessity for. While he does have money, he still is. You can never have too much money now. So basically, Deku basically goes around taking on missions. I'll explain a couple of them. So one mission he basically has to take out a gang leader that is basically like basically prostituting like children and shit like that. God, ooh fuck. Basically, he basically sees this. He's honestly fucking like revolted and disgusted by it. So he basically puts on his suit and he decides when he ends up finding he finds a kid or whatever and he says take him to like your leader dude. He was like, yeah, sure. He was like, what? And like they're like told not to like tell him like give your mission or whatever, but he still like goes out and like deals with it. So basically, Deku basically finds a dude and he's like as ideal as it is. He's like wondering where the kid looks by him and says, oh, somebody wanted to see you, and then Deku's not there. And then he looks back over and sees Deku behind the dude with a gun like tilted on his neck. It's like a pistol or whatever, like a high-tech-esque looking pistol. And basically, like, Deku basically charges up two elements into it, like the bullet itself, which is like fire and like lightning. Well, not fire, it's water and lightning. So like, if you don't die from the bullet itself, well, you're gonna die from getting your fucking brain shocked up so fucking bad, where you're gonna fucking die yourself. So basically, when that basically happens, Deku pretty much shoots the man and basically tells him like, what you're doing is honestly fucking violent, it's fucking disgusting, shit like that. So the man pretty much is like, wait, whoa, would your mom don't pull out the knife? Okay, I need to calm the fuck down. So basically, Deku basically is like telling him like they basically have him like he's like, oh, I'll give you money, I'll give you anything you want, and he says let all the kids go. He says, but he basically says but my business. And Deku basically says, yeah, but your life. You feel me? So he says okay. He basically lets the kid go. He has like a button under his desk that like unlocks all the damn cages if it's needed. So when he basically does that, Deku basically, for fuck's sake, Deku basically shoots the man in the head. He's like aiming the gun and he says, and the dude's like, wait, aren't you gonna put the gun down? He says, no, you deserve to fucking die. You feel me? So Deku basically pulls the trigger and it basically goes to the man's skull while it's like passing through his fucking brain cavity. It's basically like as the water's like passing through like over the bullet, it's actually giving off a lot of electricity, which basically shocks him. Basically giving like a fucking like the thing where you like where like a drill goes to like your certain part of your brain and then like you get lobotomized. It's like kind of like a lobotomy, but like not to a certain extent. It's not at the same time though. So basically, that's like one of Deku's missions. After he basically gets done with that mission, like he gives the money to the kid and tells them like to go to a recent or like Naruto. It's like a pretty good place. Look, the kids can do that. I'll say he had like at least like fucking 10 kids in his basement, no cap. So basically, after that, Deku basically just goes around like doing casual missions and shit like that, like to get him a couple money. Like, yes, more or less, he's killing people that needs it because he understands that like what the fuck he's done is like unforgivable and the shit he's done. He needs like Deku like takes up like a part of the job that he doesn't need to take. It's more or less he wants to get back to the community. I'll say it's like at a community center or whatever that like Momo's family like works at. Like I say I'm pretty sure confident ish. I can't text a dude and be like didn't have it, but hey Cannon, we don't worry about Cannon. So basically I'll say she asked in his face or whatever. But so after let me say it's and she basically says it's you, and that was like yeah it is me. And he says what are you doing here? It's like well you see I've done terrible fucking things and bitchy shit like that. He basically starts explaining his fucking life like, shit, heartwarming. You feel me? So so basically after, fuck, basically after a certain amount of time, Deku, over like I'll skip like a month and Deku's basically like, he's pretty fucking decent with it. Like he does what he does, and like he basically like gives out, that soup. He basically works at a soup kitchen and like gives like works like a homeless shelter pretty much. And he's like, I'm not like person like that. So, oh fuck, I'm tired of shit, nigga. So basically, after like a certain amount of time, Deku ends up just like after a while, like she honestly like she would continuously like over that like 1 month gap, ask him like why the fuck are you doing this shit like that. He even says like I've committed like many sins and that needs to be rebuked, so like that. And she like understands where he comes from, cause like he basically explained like shit about his family and like why he does what he does. He's like telling her that he doesn't do it for no fucking good reason. Like it's nothing like that. He does it for like not money, but like he does it is more or less like survival of the fittest. That was his original philosophy. Then he realized that like the people that he hurt have families and stuff like that too as well. Even though he didn't like his family, it was just still the fact of it that like all this shit still happened to him. So she kind of like feels sympathetic to him. So like eventually we pass. Uh, like I don't want this video to be short, but it's like nigga, we're talking about me. So, what's up with that? So, fuck. So basically, originally, Deku and Momo's relationship, like, it's more or less started as like a friend, like not like a friendship. It was like an acquaintance type of thing, and then it turned into like a friendship or whatever over time. So basically, Deku and Momo basically like go out as like friends and stuff like that. Like go out like to eat and shit like that. Like they work out soup kitchen and shit like that. But like in general. So like they go to the movies with each other and stuff like that, and eventually like Momo starts to get like feelings for Deku, and then like Rizuko, and she's like she ends up asking him like I know over the time that we've been like as friends, and she blushes a little bit, but she basically explains like what's the whole to do with the suit. He says think of it as a defense mechanism. What do you mean? Well, although it is my quirk, it's more or less inherited. He said, yes. Think of it as you may start getting examples like think of it as like a shield or like a self defense mechanism of sorts. So other forms, but that's all he'll say for now because he doesn't go into great detail because he's like you don't know if he can like fully like trust her or whatever. So like basically Deku pretty much after like going through like after like going both through conversations with her and shit like that, they get like a better bond and like as like friends. And eventually, we skip maybe like we'll say she after they get done with their shit to the soup kitchen and they get like their pay. Mama really doesn't need it, but she like when she does get her paycheck or whatever, she gives it to like the homeless people. And Deku like gives around like 50% of what he has. So, like say he gets paid, he gets paid like his overall thing is like $100. Like his overall 100. But they try to give him. I didn't take it because like he gives like 50%, so he gives like $50. They distributes it like and this was like he'll give like 50 to each one of them each fucking like 2 weeks that he gets his paycheck. So it's like one of them gets like at least like $50 worth like $50 to do what the hell they want to do with it. Like some of them like obviously they don't do it for all of them don't do it for like the same good reason or whatever, but it's still a necessity and like the general like premise of it. You feel me? Um. So over time, basically, Deku and Momo build a relationship of sorts. She kind of understands and sees his like nice side, and that the fact that he's not this fucking cold hard killer, like 24/7, like he was when he was young. Because he was like he wasn't less of a brainwashing, more of like that's just like what he thought was like fucking normal, and was just like just to do all the time. So basically, Deku pretty much was friends with her. He ends up being able to like actually trust her as like a person. And I'll say one of these times they're just like walking down the street or whatever. They she eventually says, "Can we like talk on a personal level real quick?" It says, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And she basically like says, "I like you." He says, "I like you too." He says, "Wait." He says, "I like you too." He says, "I like you too as a friend." And he says, "No, like I like you, like you." And he's like, it says, and his eyes like widen a bit because he's like, oh shit, it's crazy. And like, she basically, and he's like, they're like stunned for a second because like, he's like never like experienced like love like that. So like, it is being experienced. He's like kind of like surprised by it, and to like a certain extent. And she said he's like that, and she basically like, you know what I'm saying, nigga. She basically like steals, and she basically like, steals his not like his fucking lips off, but like she like kisses him on like, no, I'll say like not like, she like kisses him on her cheek, and like he's just there like bright fucking red like a fucking tomato on crack. Terrible analogy, but you get the point though. So basically, Deku. Oh fuck. Deku basically, and she basically walks away, and he says, and he was there kind of like stunned for a second, and when he ended up like going back to like, I'll say he has like a decently sized like apartment, not like enough to like live, like I'm like picky about that shit, cause like reason why the whole entire like he killed his family was like, cause you saw how the cocky they were, and like how like they like had no respect for like they kind of just did shit if they got paid for it. They were like money hungry bastards. You feel me? So yeah. hmm I don't know if I should give it off now. I don't think I've given off enough exposition though. I'll see what he says. So yeah, he still technically has to do part three. It had no necessity on like the certain like density and like how like long the part had to need or needed to be. So yeah, I'm gonna end it right here for now because I have a whole entire fucking video to post. Like I like to fucking fuck 225 because I gotta post a guard with it at least. Like I gotta start at base at the time. So um, that'll be pretty much all for now. I'll post this. I'll leave all the credit for him down below. He'll either be in the comments most likely, and he'll be in like the general title of the video. So yeah, that's all I'm really gonna say for now, and pretty much I'm out of here. Peace.